Thank you. Well, I'm here today to ask a very simple question. When exactly was the moment that our country decided that American women no longer had the right to bodily autonomy, or were no longer capable of making decisions, good decisions about their own bodies? Our nation was just fine when I made decisions to use my arms and legs to fly helicopters in combat. It was even okay with me leaving 25% of this body, both my legs and parts of my arm, on the battlefield in defense of this great nation. In fact, I had people pinning ribbons and medals on my chest because I made those choices of what to do with my body. So my question is, precisely when do the folks pushing anti-choice policies think that American women no longer have that basic human right to make our own decisions about our own health? I ask because over the past year since the Dobbs decision, we have faced an onslaught of anti-choice bills that would effectively turn women into second-class citizens, transforming us into people from being people with autonomy to vessels subject to the political whims of lawmakers whose beliefs tend to more towards insurrectionists than feminists. Lawmakers who think that making America great again equates to stripping away women's rights again. So let's be honest. The GOP's push to restrict reproductive rights access happening is not about protecting life. It's about controlling women and our bodies. If they wanted to protect life, they'd stop trying to strip away our health care. Or maybe they'd do something like standing up to the NRA. So no, this isn't about looking out for families. It's not even about trying to grow families. I had to have a D&C after I had a miscarriage because I was trying to grow my family. I had that miscarriage in the middle of a series of IVF procedures and could not begin another IVF procedure without a D&C. This was well after 6 weeks. But thank goodness I am from a choice state of Illinois, and I was able to access that D&C so that I could immediately begin another IVF cycle, which resulted in my baby girl, Miley, who is now 5 years old. So I was okay, allowed to make those decisions. Look, I know that a lot of us are tired from the seemingly endless fight to protect our most basic human rights, but we can do more. What can we do? We can pass bills like our Right to Contraception Act or the Women's Health Protection Act. These things allow women to seek the reproductive health care that they need, and they should not be ashamed. And in fact, when I was in the Army and was deployed to Iraq, it was so early in that conflict that there was no sanitary support. So what did the Army do? They put me on the birth control patch so that I could skip my menstrual cycle 2, 3, 4 months in a row so that I could continue to fly combat missions because I was not going to have access to sanitary supplies. So it was okay to control my reproductive cycle for the needs of the American people, for the needs of the Army. And yet, when it comes to choice, when it comes to the rest of my reproductive health care, I cannot be trusted to make those decisions. Our military women cannot be trusted to make those decisions. This is hypocrisy. So today, tomorrow, and the tomorrow after that, each of us need to keep pushing. We need to keep working and fighting until we pass legislation that ensures women have the same say over their bodies that men have. And you can count on me to stick with this fight as long as it takes. Thank you.